Hello, everybody. I just want to touch base on a couple details about the Korean War to kind of set the historical context for this assignment that you're going to be doing, comparing textbook excerpts, uh, one from North Korea, one from South Korea, on causes of the Korean War, so we can kind of have a at least basic understanding of that of those causes and to really kind of look at the different interpretations coming from different sources, which if I think for anything related to history in general is important, but particularly as it pertains to the Cold War, it's important to kind of understand the different uh, points of view in order to kind of shape our understanding of the Cold War. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the Korean War, which lasted from 1950 to 1953. Um, you did some reading on the war for in the or sorry, rather in the American Yawp text. It is the first hot war of the Cold War. Hot war meaning direct, actual military engagement. Um, so this is the beginning essentially, right? Little few details about Korea and why this war kind of started in the first place. During World War II, the Allied powers decided to divide Korea at the 38th parallel, with the North being under the trusteeship or under the supervision uh, of the Soviet Union, and then the South was under the trusteeship of the United States. So as a result, two different countries developed. The North became a communist country, the South a non-communist democratic country. Both sides, both the communist North Korea and the democratic South Korea, wanted to reunify the country under their own rule. And in 1950, a small number of skirmishes at the border um, occurred, which prompted a war to break out between North and South Korea. The U.S. Backed and fought with the South, and then China fought with and backed the North. Initially, the United States and UN forces pushed deep into North Korea. However, then China entered the war and pushed the Americans and UN troops. The United States was not there as the United States. They were there under the United Nations. So just kind of keep that in mind. Uh, but the Chinese were able to push the Americans back to the south below the 38th parallel. And after 3 years, the two sides fought to a stalemate, and that resulted in the country remaining divided at the 38th parallel. Um, so there was no, change in borders. Technically, the war is still a war. There just happens to be a ceasefire in place, which is, if you've, paid attention to current events over the past several years, there's usually some type of tension surrounding the border, the demilitarized zone. Um, so it is a constant threat of becoming an active war again, essentially. So what we want to really think about is who started the war. Uh, that question is always uh, up for debate, depending on the sources you're looking at, the different points of view. Some wars are quite clear who started it, um, but this one not so clear. And this is true of much of the Cold War, as you end up with these proxy wars where either the United States is at war, the Soviet Union's at war uh, against actors that are backed by the opposition, but never in direct conflict with one another. It's through these proxy wars. So we can think about the Korean War as one of those wars. All right, that's just some basics. Let's go ahead and dig into what potential causes are. Thanks for listening.